warm welcome to another episode of the Monday Morning Learning Podcast. Very happy and excited to have Poonam Gupta for my podcast today. Extend a warm welcome to you, Poonam. Thanks so much for your time. Any welcome words before we start with your introduction?
Thank you for having me, Ravi, and congratulations to you for your podcast series. I've been following it, and there's a lot of great content, great lineup of speakers. So very excited to be part of your list of speakers.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Poonam, for your encouragement. So for the audience, let me quickly do an intro with Poonam. Poonam is a HR and OD professional with experience in the field of human resources, both as heading HR operations and as subject matter expert for learning and development, organizational effectiveness, competency mapping, leadership development, succession, and talent planning. She is engaged with large, complex businesses through a performance consulting approach to design and deploy capability building solutions. She's got extensive global exposure working with people from different geographies across levels on high impact, challenging projects. Coming to her certifications, she is certified MBTI practitioner, Assessment Center Design and Facilitation certification, Carlton Advanced Management Institute certification on competency profiling, Disc Thomas profiling certification, ICF recognized coaching certification, Ken Blanchard suite of situation leadership program, certified trainer, OD internship through Sumedhas, certified on flawless consulting by Peter Block, has got a diploma in transaction analysis. So it is 9 certifications, solid ones. And she's worked previously in Flextronics and Wells Fargo. And that's where I worked along with her. And presently she's working for Intuit. So warm welcome again, Poonam. For the audience as such, let's look at the themes. Again, the third and fourth themes are on layoffs and prep. And the final one is on influencers as to who has influenced you professionally, personally. The first one, we'll look at your insights for young L&D professionals and HR management grads. And we look at the second theme as performance consulting and future of learning as such. So the first question for you is the top 3 corporate lessons which helped you thrive in your career, Poonam.
Yeah. Thanks, Ravi. So when I think of my own success, there are a few things I attribute them to. And this is also my lived experience and a lot of borrowed wisdom from the great minds that I've worked with. But it boils down to 3 things for me, right? One is about knowing your craft really well. Yeah. So if for an L&D professional, for an HR professional, it's about knowing knowing how learning happens,
Yes.
to simplify it. So knowing your craft, being an expert, because that gives you confidence, that gives you the competency required. And it's not that you can know everything, there's so much out there, but
Yes.
do you know enough? Yeah. So knowing your craft is the first thing. Then that's not good enough because you need to apply that craft in a certain context meaningfully. So the second mantra for me is to know your context really well. Who are your clients? Who are your stakeholders? How does the business make money, the business that you're engaging with? And how can you make your craft relevant in the different contexts? Like for me, the steep learnings have always been when I have changed my context, not necessarily changed the job. I've only changed 2 jobs so far. So, but when the context change, it is about relearning. It is about, engaging with the context better and understanding it and applying your craft.
Right.
The third tenet for me is about knowing yourself. And for me, it came after quite some time in my profession. But my advice to young professionals would be to start that journey early on, invest in stepping back, reflecting, having a self-conversation, engaging in that self-work to understand what are your motivations, what are your passion, where do you want your career to go, what are your convictions when it comes to your craft. So so it boils down to these 3, which is knowing yourself, knowing your context, and knowing your craft.
Absolutely. Poonam, thanks so much for that.